Alright, good day. This is African Crypto Warlord. Today we're going to be looking into the distribution cone that we popped up yesterday. That's it playing out right now. As you can see, back into mean, level 2, fail, level 1, fail, now, and then this is where we're at. Okay, so what we can see here is this is the mean within the 15 minute. I know that I don't have to put on another cone until right now. Is it true? Not yet. We need all of these to flash green, then we start our new distribution cone. Okay, but they haven't all lined up green. Over here that one hasn't lined up green, so I stay on my old distribution cone. Okay, so until stated otherwise, we are stuck in this random distribution, and currently the mean for this random distribution is 3266. Okay, from 3266 you can imagine that the next outlier 3215. Alright, for higher term market structure, just so you can see on this screen, 3215. Look at that. Isn't that pretty much where this wick is down here? Alright, so as you can see, with a little bit more volatility coming through the books, targets like this and expectations can be met. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to look into the VRE level, and we're going to show you what stops this thing from maybe hitting those low targets. Alright, as we have always observed, and what we want to do on these videos is know when price action is going away from the daily mean and when price action is coming towards the daily mean. Okay, so right now we saw that we've come up, we hit one of our VRE levels, we've come up, we're playing with our distribution cone. Okay, this got front run. I uploaded the wrong video. This got front run because a 15-minute RO was below the probability cone when it was mean reverting, right? And then the next 2 or 3 candles couldn't hold above this thing. Boom, and it slaps it back down. So what you can see here is this is Super Scalper's mean reversion play, right? Is this level that we're falling onto now. Your daily mean reversion play on the 15-minute is where you're going to start to look for more continuation. Okay, we have some blue flashes coming to the books. We have some outliers here. Let me just refresh so you can see returns. Returns have steadily increased to the downside, hits second standard deviation. So this move hasn't finished playing out on the 15-minute as of yet. What we want to go look for is Shannon Entropy. Shannon Entropy says contraction while significantly positively correlated. It's more than likely going to keep us under 3304 just within this observation. Okay, so as you can see, our probability cone is coming through. Oh, wrong side. Our probability cone is coming through, and what we're going to be observing is these ranges. Alright, we close below this pink line, 6 hours below this pink line. We more than likely push way lower to these levels that we've been pre-visiting before, 3213. Okay, but currently I would say, oh, there's quite a bit of stuff on here. Let me switch all this off. VRE's off, PB's off, and now you don't have chart art analysis paralysis. So demarcated a previous range here. The general idea being is 6 hour closes below this pink line or 6 hour closes above this pink line, and you'll start to look for your longer term trends out of here. Okay, that's higher highs or lower lows. That's pretty much what I'm saying here. Cool, so we're going to look at VRE levels. We're coming into our daily. That's our weekly, so we can bounce our daily. If you want to bounce the daily, the weekly is the target for the weekend, is what I'm going to say. Otherwise, we want to get as far away from that, and then when the next weekly prints, we go straight for that one. Alright, be it up or down from this region. But currently, if it wants to expand all the way down, the next time weekly mean prints, it's going to target it. So if you're an options trader or something like that, you can find options over there. Okay, so daily mean, now we're done playing around here. I want to go look up on the 45-minute. I'm going to make this obviously as quick as possible. So I'm going to go 45-minute contraction, confused. 90-minute, we have some mean reversion there looking to play out. This is confused. We're hitting an outlier event. Contraction, whilst positively correlated, that's still more dragged down. So expect the touch at the daily. 3 hours. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 3 hours, mean reverting to the downside. Contraction, positively correlated. The only thing that's going to pretty much start holding this 3 hour mean reversion, which will definitely fold our 6 hour because we have Shannon Entropy behind it, is this daily mean. So Super Scalper hasn't broken our daily mean, so it'll be maybe another 2 prints for it to try. Super Scalper's trying to break this VRE level here, 3304. Okay, 6 hour. Shuffle up, shuffle up. 6 hour looking to mean revert to the downside. What stops 6 hour mean reversion to the downside? Our daily mean. As you can see, the 3 hour looked like it wanted to push through this region over here when the higher term time frame return line wants to cross through. 12 hour. Let's see. 12 hour mean reverted to the upside. It's having some mean reversion throughout daily. We're above our daily. So 12 hours sort of safe if it can open and close above the daily, but I'd say if we're fighting here, I think we actually have to lift it up quite high. I think we have to go 3-3-1-3 in order to have some daily continuation. As you can see, there's expansion to the upside. Returns are a bit decaying to the downside, and this is why we have a negative candle. So we're going to go look for positive drift or expansion on the high term time frames, or negative drift to see what's kicking this thing's ass. Okay, so we have some confusion right here. So currently the daily is telling me we're going to go sideways, alright? And that's just simply because, yes, volatility is contracting, but one is still in the positive phase and one is now in the negative phase. So they kind of, well, they do cancel each other out. Okay, so sideways for that, which will sort of give you a confirmation on the outlier event that's happening over there. So we're going to look for a little bit more bearish action, considering that these indicators are a bit pushing to the downside. So that's from the 6 hour to the 24 hour. If the 6 hour carries on through, the 24 hour is definitely going to carry on through. So observe at those time frames, see what's going to give you bull bear dips from 15 minutes up to 6 hours. Contraction positively correlated, that does say down, but I could say that played out considering we've had a big wick to the downside. We're halfway through the 3-day, right? Having an outlier event which has been trying to occur for quite a few times now, alright? So there is people looking to buy at these levels and expecting to sell higher, right? Even if it's getting beaten down. Cool. So mean reversion's played out. You're gonna have, I think this thing closes now on Friday evening, so in 13 hours and 15 minutes we will have more resolution on what our 5 day is saying. Why this is important? Because the next ebb and flow in volatility should be a contraction phase, and if we're contracting, well, significantly negatively correlated means it's going to significantly drift to the upside. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff playing out in these days. It's perfectly fine. Contraction, this one tells me more downside on the 7-day, which is matching up with the 14-day. The 14-day is a bit choppy. I should have my JMA on here. UMP, ultimate power mean, is down here. We've been beaten. 21-day still mean reverting. I'm going to go see if I can pull this up on XRP, USDT, Binance, on Poloniex. Okay, that's not going to happen today. But you'll see what is coming through the book is negative drift. Alright. On Poloniex, because Poloniex has got the longest chart with regards to XRP that I've found. Just their lower term time frames are quite terrible. Alright, so some flashes, nothing as of yet, but this is what we're hunting for. Blue flashes off, outlier event occurring, returns. There's a whole bunch happening here. Okay, obviously these candles don't load as of yet, but this is the rules. Where this orange line is, which will be switched off, which is now contraction, was positively correlated. That still says, yes, this thing's mean reverting, but it's not going to make a higher high. If it does pump through here, it's not going to make a higher high. So going back to any regions that would be considered a higher high from a 21-day, we'll open this up. You'll be looking at $1.80, $1.90. So that's what negative drift does at a time like this, even if it does rip through, is that it kicks in at a higher time and it comes in strong. Okay, so there needs to be another whole ebb and flow of volatility to turn that 21-day around with regards to Shannon Entropy contracting. Okay, so there's at least 2 or 3 and still a significant contraction phase to happen. As I say, 15 cents is not out of my range. Like, I'm not panicking, but I'm just saying I would be looking to really stock up if this thing falls through. I have no qualms in that. No qualms in that. And that sort of supports that bias on the higher term time frames. But for now, we look at our 24-day and we see what's happening, because those things can turn around just as quickly as our 24-day. Not that we need news, we just need volatility to go in the right direction, and then you can really mess up a higher term time frame if you put in a big candle, either to the upside or to the downside. 24-day is confused, so we said that sideways. Let me start pulling out some targets for today. I'm going to put on the 15-minute because that is the data that I am really concerned about. And PB cone up. Are we on our orange line? No, that's Poloniex. PB cone up. Are we on our orange line? Shoop. VRE off. UMP off. Make screen big. Zoom back. Orange line. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2. There we go. So if you held out this long, you'll see that our 15-minute failed here. Mean reversion. RO. RO. Coming to the downside. Okay. See, yeah, broke through, didn't hold candles above. That helps with this mean reversion level down here. What's down here? Our VRE, our daily mean. I'll be looking for a scoop into this region. Obviously, that can push through, as I'll know once this thing's blue flash ends. Contraction, still confused here. The next best alternative is obviously for this to expand up, which means the next candle coming in will be a pump. But this is the occasion where it can pump itself into a dump. What I'm monitoring here. So this is the range that I've marked out previously. That is the range that I'm looking at for the weekend. Alright, obviously if we fail big from here, whatever. But if we bounce off any one of these lines, more than likely a pink box to send us up into the weekend. My pink box is at 3257, that region. Previous video, I've pulled it out. 6-hour time frame closes above this pink line, and we have continuation to the upside. Okay, what you can see playing out here is, let me turn off the cones. Cones, pink lines. Oh yeah, no, the cones have to be on for this example. Is the same thing that's played out here, where we've come in and we've hit a cone and we're going back for the yellow line. There we are. There we are. There we are. There we are. Cool. Cool. Now is the same thing that can happen here. We can come up, hit, go for the yellow line. Alright? Given that we still have this little wedge in this region here, which can be done in 7 hours from now, if it does want to pull from here, it can start to have a squeeze on price action. Alright? Draw your triangles, my friends. But anyway, if it fails from here, we're looking for this region. And then we're going to look for higher term time frames like the 45-minute to start dictating direction. Alright, so currently 45-minute has sort of been denied mean reversion, but we're above the daily mean. So to have another set of bull div, hidden bull div, or something come in here is acceptable. But given we have our blue flash stage, contraction is confused, I'm saying we stay in this range for at least 2 more hours, 3 more hours, until we decide what's coming up. Otherwise, you need a serious, strong 15-minute candle to have this mean revert now. Okay, that just needs to go red, and then this data confirms that the mean reversion has been saved by the daily on the 15-minute. We're having our outlier events. That tells me, sweet, usually 2 outlier events is more than enough in a row. We've hit our daily mean. Blue flash, we'll wait for blue flash to flash off. Returns are starting to decay from the downside, so negative returns are starting to get smaller. We're going to look for a play off of that. Okay, I'm going to throw this up on the 1 minute, just so you guys can see the general data that we play with here. Switch that one off. There we go. Now 1 minute's mean reverted to the downside, so this is going to try for another push to the downside, expansion to the downside. This 1 minute's a little bit confused, but it does, want to push to the yellow. Alright, so there's expansion. Now that's more than likely a yellow touch. If I was to put on a a reverse wave trend, we're well below it. We have a reverse wave trend mean here, so another touch. I like perfection. Okay, perfection. If this is too far away, whatever pump comes off of here, it doesn't matter if it's for the eternity of life, is going to get shorted to come back, touch this yellow line, and it's more than likely going to break through. So if we do not touch, I know this sounds very, very silly, but if we are not 0.0001 more move down lower than this candle, this can get shorter here. now. And then you look for continuation to the downside. Alright. I hope this was quite informative. As we're zooming in now, you can see the reverse wave trend, the mean starting to play out, contraction phase, blue flash. Still in this 15-minute candle, we've got 7 minutes to close. So this is a continuation point. And if this lines up, you're going to see 45-minute, 90-minute, everyone turn around if you can't hold above the daily mean. Alright, coming in, there you go, outlier event happening at the reverse wave trend mean. We're just going to go up again 3 hours. This one's going to be long, but this is how we sit in here and we deal with this data. Daily mean reversion, 3 hours, super scalper getting denied. That's cool. Opportunity for a bull div. It's like a rap career, man. Contraction, what's negatively correlated, that equals pump down. Return starting to decay, which means that pump down is not going to be as big as the previous candle. You know what I mean? Like, we can just keep on spitting these bars over here for the whole freestyle time over here. We've got a little bit of 6 hours going down, hitting its trend, getting stopped by the daily VRE level here. We're starting to lose our curvature of our expansion, so it's going to be quite hard to make another candle as big as this on the way down, but anything's possible in crypto here. We are in our trend to the downside. We have had our red flash, which is looking for continuation. Let's get to the 12 hour. I hope you guys enjoyed the first run. 12 hours expanding. That's all cool. That's all cool. Mean reversion play. So the mean reversion play gets defended by the VRE level. Alright. Next, 24 hours. Let's go. 24 hours had its first pop to the upside, which is matching up with the 12 hour pop to the upside, which gets saved at the daily VRE level contraction. We're looking for Pearson correlation to contract. Once that happens, this adds more float. But currently, right now, this daily says it's sideways. And as you can see, having sideways data will be bad for the positive returns later on in the future, just because of VRE over here, just because of RO over here. 3-day contraction, same thing, sideways, matching up with previous day, 5-day. 5-day, we know is mean reverting. We're waiting for that to contract. Blue flash is off. So blue flash stays off if we close above the daily VRE level. Our trend has hit its outliers and it's wanting to contract into the mean. 7-day looks like dog shit. Okay, that's ready for its trend down. That's ready for its trend down. So your trend continues down on the 7-day at the daily VRE mean. If it closes below there, Sunday evening, 3293, you're gonna pump down. I hope this was helpful. I'll leave you guys off with some distribution codes. I maybe need to wrap this. Okay, leave you off with some distribution codes. I'm sorry to take your time, but thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Right now, you can see that there will be, okay, if we were to just fail this region where our daily VRE is at, you're looking at 1.13% down. If you pump from this region, you're looking at least 0.9% up or 0.89% up. Okay, hope that is helpful. We've hit the previous target, uploaded the wrong video, so we're here. Have a good day. Ciao Bella. Much love from Africa.